Hi folks, welcome back. Seven Rivers Racing here in KQEG TV at the friendly confines of the Crosse Speedway. We are filming this on the eve of destruction. There's going to be a lot of activity going on behind us here in just a couple of hours. If you made it out, we hope you had a good time. This was the 20th annual, brought to you by the Wisconsin Lottery. Joining us in the program today, of course, we have a street drag coming up on the 14th, and then it's going to be kind of quiet out here at the La Crosse Speedway until the night of October 4th. And that is when Oktoberfest begins, the 43rd annual. The general manager and promoter of the La Crosse Speedway, Chuck Deery, joining me on the program. Chuck, thanks for coming in.
No problem. Thanks for having me, Dan.
Well, actually, thanks for coming out.
No problem. Glad to do it.
Very quiet time here. This is probably what it's going to sound like as soon as we're done with the street drag, and we got about a 3-week lull before we get Oktoberfest underway. But this is going to be the site of one of the most premier racing events in the country.
Well, without a doubt, it's the Oktoberfest Race Weekend, and we're very proud to be able to host this every year. And, it's a culmination of all the tours in the Midwest and divisions from other racetracks that come for the 4 days of racing. And, you get some hardcore racing, some fun events, and a mixture of just some good old-fashioned red-blooded American racing action.
Well, things will actually get underway, if memory serves me correctly, on the Monday of that week of Fest, because that's when the campers start rolling in, and then it's just a camper village, and then we're going to start seeing some large haulers pulling in the night before and the day of Oktoberfest, which starts on October 4th.
Yeah, without a doubt. I mean, it's an event that people certainly look forward to and come to, and come early, take week vacations off, and It's we call it Racing's Family Reunion, where friends and new friends meet for this event and be part of it. And again, we're feel very fortunate to be able to host it every year. And it's not La Crosse Fairground Speedway event; it's our event. Ours being anyone in the racing in the Midwest. And again, we're just our goal is to have fun with it, but still have some serious racing as the tours are finishing up. And so we have a mix of some hardcore point battle racing down to just some novelty stuff, and it's a little bit of everything, and if you like racing, you'll certainly love Oktoberfest.
Got a couple of new things we're going to throw into the mix this year as well that we're going to talk about in just a couple of moments. First off, your feelings on being able to host this event here in West Salem. We're going to have 20, 30, 40,000 people, always dependent on the weather, of course. But just your overall feelings of being able to sit back and know that this track hosts this for 43 years.
Well, I think the Larry Weirs and his family for originating it, and then we were able to come in and just carry the torch a little bit farther in a little bit different way. But, it's a great deal of pride, and, we get no support from any government subsidy by any part and stuff. Not like a bass fishing tournament that was subsidized by the city against us. But we're very proud. We don't want to be part of that. It's what we do during this whole summer, and to culminate it at the end of the year with Fest, and again, and it's the community benefits, the hotels fill up, it's good for all involved, and when it's all said and done, when people walk away with smiles and memories, that's what we're here for.
Chuck Deery joining us on the Seven Rivers Racing Show on KQEG TV, getting ready to talk about Oktoberfest. And this isn't something that you can just whip together. I mean, it's 4 days of racing, a lot of different divisions. You've got some new things coming this year. And it was funny because I had a conversation with you last year as Oktoberfest started on the Thursday morning. And you said, there's always something different, and this never stays the same. There's always something else happening every single year, whether it's a different class or a different challenge.
Yeah, I mean, we have the tours come in and finish here and stuff, and that gives us the luxury of taking those cars and running them in something else, whether it's the Trickle 99 race, the 3 segments of 33 laps, or we've added it this year. We're calling it the Oktoberfest Challenge, open to any late model car, where they run 12 laps on the big track, and then they take a break and run 10 laps on the small track. So a little bit of a little bit twist for it, and run that on Sunday. And it's just that kind of stuff that you can do. You can see the regular hardcore racing and then have some fun stuff on the side.
Well, we're going to start things off with the Thursday, and folks, if you haven't seen this newspaper yet, you can get it all the way through the racetrack. I just got one in the mail today, as a matter of fact. This has everything is tentative, of course, but it's got the 4 days worth of schedules, the divisions. You're going to find information on the entire layout of the fairgrounds. If you do plan on camping in one of the electric sites or one of the other sites over on the other side of the campgrounds, that information is in here as well. All the pricing for the wristbands are in here, and some of the other things like the pumpkin contest and the dog contest and things we're going to talk about. But first, let's start things off with Thursday. This is going to be a big night for the lacrosse race fans because we're going to crown the late model and the sportsman Thunderstock champions. Two of those classes are within 5 points of each other, and that's the late models and the Thunderstocks.
Yeah, well, you couldn't script a better season for a battle of points in that regards. And saying, you know, the sportsman, we had a little issue there, so kind of widened the gap. But fast anything can happen, and that's why we do it on the Thursday night, because it's local, and you know the fans can make it here a little bit easier for it. And for our guys, it's nice to have the championships decided before you go into the Friday, Saturday, Sunday portion of the event. So
right.
It's a very good day. It's some excitement to it. We've also had the future of race where the super lates come out. It's guys 29 and under that haven't won or participated in the Oktoberfest race, and they're in the race too. So little neat events and stuff, and a lot of racing, and it'll be a good time.
When we come back from this break, we're going to let you know what's coming up Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. We're going to talk about the two new classes coming up this year, the big double O with the late models and the American Short Track Racers, which have never been here before. And we're going to get more into that as well as we talk to the general manager and promoter of the Lacrosse Fairgrounds Speedway, Chuck Deery. I'm Dan Deicher. We'll be right back on Seven Rivers Racing, KQEG TV.